This is my path, my journey. I'm willing to explain it all to you guys. No holding back anything. I just hope you're ready for the experience, and I just hope you can handle it. I get it. I get it. I was sitting here thinking, like, about what Gary Vaynerchuk talks about. I was sitting here thinking about what, even what Terrence McKenna talks about, and you know, and so many other philosophers. I mean, I'm pretty sure Elon Musk has talked about it. I'm pretty sure, and I've talked about it in the past, a long time ago. And I've talked about. I mean, everyone talks about it in their own way. Not everyone, but you'll get what I'm saying. So, what I'm saying is this: enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. I understand what that means now. I get it because I'm living it. Like I get it because I enjoy the fuck out of grinding hard as fuck to try to get my dreams, right? So many people, I think first off, I think people should have goals. I'm a very goal oriented person. I always have been. Like I've had a lot of out of this world goals since I was young. If you've known me for a long time, then you know that my main goal, when I was a kid or a teenager, was to how to be a famous rapper. Now, being a famous rapper, obviously, it's like, it's a little different type of goals that I have now, but I'm still, that's still one of my goals, to be honest. But it's like this. I think that for me, goals, it's not about the end. It's not about me getting them. Like, I think too many people are concerned. The reason why a lot of people have this view with goals is because, I mean, is your goal genuine? Like, is your goal, or is your goal money? Like, what is your goal is the question. Because my goal isn't money, because obviously, with all my dreams, if my dreams even get partially accomplished, they will be bringing in money. But I never think about the money. That's not my goal. That's not what I care about. Because I understand money can't bring happiness or contentment because I'm already fucking happy. I'm already good. Like, mentally, physically, it's a little different. But I just know reality, so I know over time if I embody a mindset, that shit will become my reality. It's the way life works. It's the way it's always worked for me, at least. And I can't say how life's gonna work for you because I don't know what you believe. Whatever you believe really dictates on what works in your life and what doesn't. There's a lot of people that have these. I mean, there's these get rich quick schemes, that don't fall for them shits. But at the same time, some of them work for people because it's what they believe. They believe it's gonna work. They apply it. They fucking do it. But there's like this. I'm not chasing money though. That's the thing. I'm chasing the chase. I don't know how to explain it. I'm chasing the journey itself, the chase itself, the not the from point A to point B. I don't give a fuck about point B. I more care about in the middle. Like, so many people are like, I want to get this goal so I can have this at the end. Or, and it's like, as I've grown, like, cause I've been really goal oriented since I was 11 years old. So at 11, thinking to yourself, dude, I'm gonna be a famous rapper, and then being dedicated to work on mixtape after mixtape after mixtape, dropped 12 mixtapes by the time I was 17, and it's like, or even 18, but still, 11 mixtapes by the time I was 17, and it's not like they're all great, because nowadays I'm so much better now than I was back then, but at the same time I was freestyling a lot back then. A lot of those songs were freestyled, and a lot of them weren't. A lot of people don't even know that, but because I was rapping with my friend, doesn't even matter, but the dude I was rapping with, he freestyled. He didn't write because he had like a writing issue and he couldn't really read or write that well. So he just freestyled. He was dope as shit what he did, and he taught me how to rap. And so a lot of my first mixtapes and things were freestyled. But it's just, I think that me having goals back then and back now is a lot different. Even though I've started to get back into making music, and I'm gonna have music back on my mindset, and that'll be another goal because that'll be added into what I'm doing. What I'm really trying to do is much bigger than music. What I'm really trying to do is make my life into the goal. That is the goal, my life. to live my life. That is my goal. And it's not about making the money. It's just having abundance, mentally, physically, emotionally, having an abundance of love and happiness, having an abundance of food and whatever the fuck you feel like you need in life to be content. Some people need to have, pounds and pounds and pounds of fucking green tea in order to feel, content or whatever. Maybe that's what they do. I mean, some people need pounds and pounds of fucking coffee, pounds and pounds and pounds of tobacco or whatever the fuck you feel like you need to be content in life, externally. Then, that is available, but at the same time, who gives a shit about the end goal? Just work learn how to enjoy the middle, because that end goal is just a short-term dopamine. That's usually what external, pleasures are short-term dopamine rush. Let me break it down real quick. Your body releases chemicals that makes you feel, think, and whatever else hell you do in your mind in life. Now, these chemicals dictate the way that you feel and the way that and these are natural endogenous, chemicals here that I'm talking about, like serotonin, melatonin, I think norepinephrine, dopamine. There's many of these neurotransmitters that affect our mind and body. Now, you can release dopamine. Dopamine gets released every time you do something, or every time you get like a reward. For example, dopamine releases when you do drugs. Dopamine also releases when you have an orgasm. Dopamine also releases when you get a text message because it feels good. Like if you send texts out to people and then they text you back, it's like, oh yeah, or maybe you get a like, or maybe you get a comment. That's why you can get addicted to social media. That's why you can get addicted to sex. That's why you can get addicted to gambling. That's why you can get addicted to all these things, because dopamine is heavily addictive. And this is just a natural molecule that we release. So many things release dopamine. So when you're looking for that, so when you have a goal and you really want to get that goal, you want that goal so bad, and it's like you're grinding so hard to get that fucking goal, so hard, but the whole time you were grinding, you were fucking miserable, right? It sucked balls. You hated it. You were irritated the whole time. You were sad the whole time. It was stressful. You were on this path, and it was just stressing you out. It was harming your mind. It sucked balls. You hated it. It was so hard. But then you get to your goal, okay? Then you get there. And then you get to that goal. And you're like, fuck, yes, I got to my goal. I fucking did it. I'm so glad I did it. I'm so glad. My God, that was so hard. And fucking Jesus, but thank you. I got it. And then, over time, that dopamine rush will start to dwindle down. And eventually, you will no longer have that dopamine rush from getting your goal. And you'll be back to square one, thinking to yourself, man, I'm still not happy. Like, I'm now thinking to yourself, you need more. It's the trap where you get caught in thinking that you need more. You need more of this or that. You need more money to be happy. You need more friends to be happy. You need more likes to be happy. You need more, people telling you, you can do it to be happy. You need more, encouragement to be happy. No, you just need this to be happy. It's all in your head. Happiness is acceptance. Happiness is being thankful for what you have now. Happiness is just knowing that things will it's okay, that dopamine rush at the end, it's not going to make things better. It will make things better briefly, because it is just like a drug. It is a drug, and it will be a brief happiness, a brief contentment, a brief this and that, but then the worries stack back on, because then you'll have different worries. If you haven't trained your mind how to not have worries, then you will have different worries you worry about money, then you get the money, then you'll be worrying about something else, because that's the way your mind is designed. That's the way you've allowed your mind to be. It's been programmed to be a certain way, and if you don't unprogram it to be that way, then it'll be that way forever. Now, I've learned to program my mind to enjoy the process itself. I enjoy the journey itself more than I enjoy the end goal. I don't give a fuck about, like, yeah, my business could be big and I could have a big herbal business. But I don't give a fuck about the big herbal business at the end making a lot of money. I care more about how, like, it's fun to try to get it up to where it's gonna to that point. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I'm enjoying myself. It's the same thing with making music. I don't give a fuck about what the song sounds like at the end. I fucking love the being in making the music, singing it on the mic and mastering the song and the process. I love the process of it. I love, the same thing with beats, with making beats. I don't care what it sounds like at the end. I love the process of making it and being in it. It's this feeling of being in the zone, in the feeling, in the isness, in the vibe, in the whatever you want to call it. You're in it. And I love being in it. And you can get in it by just living life. That's what we don't understand. This zone, this happiness, this motivation, this dedication, it's all in this thing called life. It's all in just living, experiencing. And now we just got to learn to experience, and we just got to learn to love the experience itself. Don't just love the reward at the end of the experience. Love the experience itself. It's beautiful. Life is beautiful. Even the fucking horrible parts about life is still beautiful because you're a human being and you are breathing and it feels so good to be alive. When you are actually when you actually take a step back and and look at your life and be like, dude, life is actually pretty good. Even when life's not good. Like, I don't know. Happiness is all in the mind. Life is all in the mind. Reality is all in the mind. It's all on you. It's really all on you. It's all on, do you want that short-term dopamine rush? Or do you want long-term fulfillment? Long-term fulfillment is just learning how to enjoy the bad as much as you enjoy the good. Learning how to just, gain control of your mind. And that's it. Once you once you regain control of your mind, then you'll be good. Then it becomes easier. And it's like repetition is the father of learning, so you got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it. You're going to find times where you're out of it, where it's like, okay, I was just enjoying the process. Now today I fucking hate it. Fuck. And that's okay. If you have those days, it's okay. Just accept it. Look in the mirror when you have those moments. Call yourself out. If you have a moment where you're sitting there thinking of a sad loop or a anger loop or whatever loops go on in your own head, catch yourself and then get out of it. And then, focus and then realize that, dude, life is actually good. Take a step back and look at yourself and look at what you actually have in your life and you realize that life is good. Because you could have even if you have just one good friend is hard to come by. Like a real genuine friend is hard to come by nowadays. Like real shit. It's really hard. There's also other things that are hard to come by. When you have, you could just look at the things like this. If you can buy food right now, then feel lucky. Because a lot of people can't. It's just looking at what you have and realizing that if you don't have something, you can change that. But, don't just look at the end goal. Enjoy the process of getting that goal. Because if you don't, you're going to look back on your life and realize I was miserable the majority of the time. And that would be shitty. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And, yeah. I'm just going to keep it real in these videos. You know what I mean? Like, even though I don't care. I feel like a lot of people don't really know me. That's why I'm making these videos for Facebook and shit, because it's like, I feel like a lot of people went to high school with me or went to school with me, maybe grew up together, maybe seen each other around, or maybe, when I used to rap, Jay Hun, like, maybe that version of me, but it's like, it's all me, but the me I am today is a much different me than I was back then, because I've grown up, I've changed, I've realized shit, I've experienced things, I've and I just want to talk about my experiences and I want to talk about my points of view in life. And, it's not about whether people agree with me or not. It's just me speaking my truth and being who I really am, So, thank you guys so much for even if you're here. It's been like 15 minutes. So if you're still here, you guys are fucking awesome. But, Thank you.